sketch. This wasn't a good episode of Doctor Who. This was, whoa! Well, I'm still compiling. Let's say that. Although I have enjoyed some excellent Doctor Who of late. Just nothing official. Firstly, did you feel like you got a I thought my internet was going out. They looked a bit dodgy there. They still look dodgy. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, looks like they're coming back. Anyway, when you bought the season 7 box set, and there really wasn't that much on that. I mean, listen, the seasons. I'm talking about the 1970 season 7 Blu-ray box set, and they're all worthwhile, right? They're all pretty darn good. But this one, you had I would say a very good cut down edit of the Silurians, and another one of what's it called again? Inferno, right? And done by Pete Mattigo. Look, in a perfect universe, I'm given control of all of the media, which, God, wouldn't that be fucking awesome? I mean, really, like, who wouldn't think that's awesome? But I'm trying to share this into a group, this stream onto a group now. There was a Doctor Who fans in Israel group. They vanished, or did they ban me? I can't remember. They posted all my stuff instantly. No, I'll try fans in. No, maybe the group's not there anymore. Let me see if I look it up. Because it was okay. This is a Facebook group that just like reposts everything instantly. Doctor Who fans in Israel. Is there such a group? This isn't there. Did they just change it? Hang on, I'm trying to work this out. Doctor Who fans in Israel. It says I'm a follower. What does that mean? I don't understand. I thought me work something out in real time, right? Which is more entertaining than Doctor Who's like, Doctor Who, oh God, it was cringe. Fuck me, it was cringe. Anyway, season 7 Blu-ray, right? Fine, I can't find that group. That no longer exists. Season 7 Blu-ray. I mean, it's looking dodgy as well. Anyway, those good 2 re-edits. And again, perfect universe, right? I'm giving control, all media, as is right and proper. Boy, are we doing a Jerry Anderson cinematic universe. That's happening. Right, I got great plans for 2000 AD. Anyway, but I was given control of Doctor Who. I will do many things, right? I will do many things. It would be a 12 episode season and a Christmas special on a lower budget. That's my first stipulation. It would have, and it breaks my heart to have to say this, and it really genuinely does. But it would have to be a white male, clearly straight Doctor Who. I can't believe I've got so straight in there now. I'm holding my breath for the casting of James Bond. I'm sorry, it's got to be a white English straight bloke, right? That's who James Bond has got to be, right? Everything else, we can talk about blonde hair, whatever. Well, you did it, wasn't happy with it. Anyway, 12 episodes a year. A budget like 2005, kind of comparable to that, right? With a Christmas special. I would also, having control of all space and time. All media. I would have a 12 episode animated season. Like I'll get somebody like what's his name? Dinopuff, right? Who did it does incredible animation. You got to check out his stuff. Like he did a great Celestial Toy Maker. I mean, just beautiful. The best animation, literally the best animation I've ever seen, right? Doctor Who animation, right? It's absolutely beautiful, right? And he's done other ones. He animated Big Finish stuff. I'll do a 12 episode season of different older Doctors animated, maybe Big Finish stuff, maybe not, right? Okay, so we're looking pretty good on the Doctor Who verse right now. I would also, right, get on my hands and knees and beg Peter Capaldi that Peter, we were robbed. We were robbed. Okay, because here's how we were robbed with Peter Capaldi. His first season was him being a very green, fresh Time Lord, right? And for the most part, it didn't work, sadly. Flatline was the standout episode of that season. He was always fantastic. I like Into the Dalek as well. But that was me for you. I always thought they should have more like actual Daleks inside into the Dalek, like as an internal, defense system. Yeah. Anyway, we got fun with it, little Daleks inside Dalek. Anyway, the second season, it was very much, I am the Doctor, right? That was very, he comes out on the tank. And again, people hate it. I loved it. It was like dropping acid and watching a John Pertwee episode, right? And it really was. Who else could come out on a tank, right? There's three people who could come out on a tank in a frilly t-shirt, wearing sunglasses and like a velvet waistcoat, right? With a guitar. 3 people who could get away with that. And only 3 people. Those people are obviously Peter Capaldi. Absolutely, yeah, he could, because we saw him do it, right? There's Jimi Hendrix. He's the other person who could do it. Yeah, absolutely, 100%, right? And then you have John Pertwee, right? So to me, it was like watching a John Pertwee episode on acid. It was like, what? And then Clara and Missy turn up and he starts playing Pretty Woman and you don't know who it's for, but it's probably for the master, right? Missy, whatever. But that was him like being the Doctor, right? But we're supposed to get another 4 or 5 seasons. Like then the third season was his twilight years, right? We were robbed minimally 3 seasons. Oh, fucking awesome Doctor Who. Oh, with Toby, what's his name? Being Human. He's done a bunch of great episodes, right? He did the I can't remember, the God Complex. I love that episode. Oh, man, what a great episode! And he was in the Capaldi's final episode as the German soldier. His name will come back to me, but I'll probably forget. Anyway, yeah, with it. So we were robbed, right? We were robbed. Oh, awesome Doctor Who. Like, imagine Tom Baker going, you have season 12, fantastic. We've got Genesis of the Daleks. We've got so much stuff, awesome stuff going on. Season 13, I mean, it's all, they're all bangers, right? Care of the Zygons. Isn't that a big brew for the 3 of you? They're just all bangers, right? Great season, right? But imagine then go boom, straight to season 17. Like, wait, what? Season 18, I should say. What? Right? You missed out for season 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's a lot, because I'll get my hands on. I would beg Peter Capaldi, right? I would beg him. Say, could you do? Okay, here's my idea. Minimally 4 4-part seasons, right? You can film them back to back in a whole year, right? Or however you want to do it. And then once a year, whatever 4-part Capaldi season, right? I don't think that would be, and because we were robbed. And then, of course, I'd have a Eccleston special, because, why? Because he would do it. What? Did you fire Russell T Davies and Jane Tranter? Yeah, I did. I'm in. Right? we fired Phil Condon too. I'll do it for free. Anyway, I digress, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, I can't add one more thing in. Okay, this is just what I would do. I would have an annual Christmas special with the Peter Cushing Doctor, written and starring Mark Gatiss. Oh, God, that'd be awesome. Oh, so you see, it's the war advantage that this happens. It's not going, but it's the element anyway. But what would I do with Doctor Who? How do you fucking save this shit show? What the fuck? Really? Really? It's like, listen, when a show breaks its fourth wall, when an old show breaks a fourth wall and starts talking to the audience, it means it's over. Right? That means it's out. It's done. It's like laying on the beat. Like, and do you remember that movie Inception? Right? Where it starts off with Keanu Reeves, not Keanu Reeves, the other one. Leonardo DiCaprio on the beach, unconscious, right? And he's like groggy. Yeah, that's where Doctor Who is. It's on its ass. Fuck me, it's on its. I mean, it's not just on its ass. Critically, it's not just on its ass in terms of its future, which is, I think, very dubious now. Right, I mean, we'll see what the audience share is and the ratings. The audience share is the thing to look at now, apparently. Right, we'll see. But I think it's looking very shaky. Right, I mean, with Disney, I don't know. Look, it's Disney. They make Snow White. I mean, like, every time we go, they can't make more of this. That'll be insane. And then you go, but it is Disney, right? Like, honestly, do you not think, like, by January this year, at the absolute latest, not only shouldn't they shouldn't have formed committees to start to wind down the idea of wokeness in their material, right? They should have put if they were sane, you put a hard stop on everything. Don't release Marvel movies. I'm like, fuck me. And you know what? Also, the stupidity of it. Last week's episode with toxic masculinity so easily could be edited out, right? It so easily could have been edited. But that was the point of the fucking episode. Oh boy. Point of tonight's episode is Rusty Davis is an old. Okay, here's the thing. He's an old white man who has money, and from what I can tell, has nothing to show for his life, right? Other than the wonderful things he's created, but he doesn't have children, right? And I think he's feeling that. And I wish him no animosity. Genuinely, I don't, right? I think he's doing a shit job. I think he's past it. But I don't think I think he's bitter that his life choices have led him to an empty place. And I think me saying it then would enrage him because he knows he lives in an empty place, right? And again, I'm not going, yet, no. It breaks my heart to see how Rusty Davis will go. I mean, and he has, right? I mean, yes, he has. And God bless him. Honestly, I still think It's the Sins are the best thing he's ever written. I found that it's not like he's not talented, right? Just like tonight's episode, it's not like it didn't have fantastic ideas. It had a lot of fantastic ideas. That fucking tragedy of it. It had a lot of fantastic ideas, right? Anyway, so what'd you do with a problem like Doctor Who? How the fuck did you save this shit show? Because this queer mincing doctor, it's ridiculous now. It's like he's fingering his arsehole in between takes. It's so fucking gay all the fucking time. Like, dude, cut down on the... It doesn't need to be this gay. This is so gay. And I don't believe people say, oh, it's very subtle. What? It's like gay. I mean, look, listen. Do you remember the Care Bears? Let me tell you a story about the Care Bears. Right? I come from a different generation to you, right? I come from a generation where we were all very optimistic. You know why? Because we grew up with the Care Bears. Yes, we did. And they're Care Bears, and they wouldn't be angry or aggressive. Well, they'll be firm. They'll stand their ground, right? And then when some super bad shit was going down, they would link arms, right? And they would stare, right, at whatever the bad shit was. And actual love would shoot out of their chests, right? and melt away whatever it was. Now, sadly, I have discovered you can't shoot love out of your chest. Right? That's just more make believe. You can shoot love onto the chest, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that's the second best. That's a Dave Chappelle joke. Why was I talking about Care Bears? Because if I talk about Care Bears, that's where I'm going to get. Why was I talking about Care Bears? Other than shooting Catwoman would work as a Care Bear, a super gay Care Bear. Like everything is so gay. You know, it exudes being gay. I don't know. He's just got an expression like he's wearing arseless chaps underneath his clothes. And the probably thing is, he probably is, right? Probably. So how do you save a problem like Doctor Who? Okay, so if you're new here, I will I'll tell you my plan, right? Just to, not that this ever would happen, but this is one of the myriad of ways you could fix Doctor Who, right? I was cast. There has to be a white male doctor now, which breaks my heart because I like Hamish Patel as a doctor. I think it'd be fucking awesome. I would love to see him as a doctor, right? I think he'll be dangerous, and I think really it'll be new and different. I think he could be really warm, which I think the doctor needs. That's what, like Tom Baker just exudes warmth, right? Shooty Catwood doesn't. Shooty Catwood looks like he wants to give you a handy all the time, right? And he's like, "You're welcome." No, I mean, I don't, Shooty, mate. It's okay. Everything. Oh. Anyway, look, the brand has been tainted beyond belief. So here's my belief. I think if Doctor Who rebooted and came back with a white male doctor, something very traditionally Doctor Who, right? Sexy, right? Pierce Brosnan if he was young, right? Matt Smith type, right? Matt Smith was the perfect doctor. Right, sexy and awesome, right? Just he got the character so innately, really, really perfect. I mean, just absolutely perfect. I've always loved the idea. And let's say he comes back for a special. I love the idea where his reality keeps getting switched, which is what they played with today, which I think is what I'm going to rant about, which is funny. Was right, and he like turns into a Troughton episode, right? And it goes black and white. Oh, what's going on? Oh my, get it on. Right? I don't think that would have been awesome when he did, because he was an awesome doctor. That's the biggest problem with Doctor Shooting Outward. Is shit at being Doctor Who. Like, you know, I don't want to be a dick about this, but like, hey, is he worse than Jodie? I don't know. Here's the difference though, right? Tonight's episode has some brilliant ideas. I don't think a Jodie episode ever had a good idea. Let's look them up, right? Because I can't think of any. Let's just do a compare. And if Christian had a good idea, I will say. You know, I have no problem saying it. Right? New window. Let's have a look. We'll go Doctor Who episode guide. Dun, 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 dun. Indestructible Captain Scarlet. Dun, 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 dun. It's just a bit of a musical interlude. I hope I don't get copyright struck for my pitch perfect rendition. So again, look, basically I think when people see a white male Doctor Who, right, that's good. That's fun. Right, that doesn't preach to you. I think it'll go down. People will be like, yes. Okay, so let's see. Was there one good idea in the entire Jodie era? Warren fell to Earth. Eki Thumper Woman's Doctor Who. No, that would turn out a shit. Ghost Monument. Nobody notices me because I'm just a lady. Always be tired. It's back. I hate to say this. This is half a good idea. Right there. Okay. I think I give him a half. Rose, he thought white people are bad. Arachnids UK, white people, Donald Trump's bad. Saranga conundrum. I don't know. Men can have babies. No. Demons of Punjab, white people are bad. Kablam, we are bad. I don't know. Witchfinders, straight people are bad and they're also gay. It takes you away. Fathers are bad. Battle of Aranskor, Avkolos, this script is bad. Resolution. What the fuck was Resolution about? I remember it had the Dalek outside. Oh, that's the one with the new type of Dalek. Was it? No, it was a shit idea. Okay, fine. Not one good idea. Spyfall. Okay. It's a good title. Now, is a good title a good idea? I mean, like, having Stephen Fry and wasting him, shit idea. Like, what a disgusting waste of Stephen Fry. Unbelievable. Sash the one as the no, you know, all that was shit. Okay, fuck you. I was trying to be nice. All that was shit. All of it is fine. Oh, awful. Nightingale Tesla's night awful. Fugitive, awful. Oh, look, here's another Doctor Who, but this time she's black and cool. She wasn't. Praxis, fucking awful. Oh, look at me. Gay people in space. Can you hear me? Yes, I wish I fucking didn't. No, awful. Hoarding of the dildo villa. Fuck me also, although they had a good idea. I found the one good idea in the Jodie Whittaker. Actually, no, I'm going to say two. Fuck me. I'm saying two, and you're going to disagree with me strongly on one. I'm going to say the lone Cyberman, the last Cyberman, that was a good idea. That was the one good idea they had up until that point, right? That could have been taken out. Also, I like the casting of Sash the One as the Master, right? But is that an idea? No. And also, I like the Cyberlords. I thought that was a fucking fun idea, right? It elevated the Cybermen. I like the design. I like them. It was, I think they realized a bit clunkily, but I thought as an idea, that's a good idea. So Karney Shomron, a fucking awful idea. Revolutionary Dalek. Oh, bad people make Dalek. Oh, fuck off. Halloween Apocalypse. Okay, I got that. Hands down, we can say the last Cyberman, right? The lone Cyberman, whatever. That was a good idea. Now, I like I thought War of the Sontarans, that was a good tease. Look, here's the thing. And here's the mistake I think people make with Donald Trump. If they don't like Donald Trump, they hate everything about him constantly, right? That's stupid. I mean, look, it's not like Donald Trump doesn't give people stuff not to like about him. He's a very mockable figure. But you don't have to go like I understand you don't like Elon Musk, but he waves hello and you say he's saluting Hitler. I mean, at that point, you're fucked up, right? Okay, fine. Okay, it's good idea. I like Carvanista, right? In the flood. I like the doggy. I thought that was an idea that could be used and made to work. That's what I mean by it being a good idea. Right? I even quite like the realization of it, right? It's just like it needed a bit of a professional writer. I think when it's saying I think you can get Paul Cornell could write that into an awesome character, right? Because I think that he's very good at that. Right? And again, he's a douchebag. I don't have to pretend he's not good at what he's good at. You know, Ben Cook is a great interviewer. He is. He's a douchebag. He's a shit editor, but he's a great, I don't have to pretend he's bad at everything, right? I think his writing, it's a tragedy. His life went nowhere, but what can you say? So I thought the tease in War of Sontarans was actually a good idea, right? Yeah, and I also like their depiction of Sontarans. I thought were good. I kind of like the Sontarans liking candy, even though it was really stupid. I thought that was kind of fun, right? But again, much with the current era, what was the main point? You had Jodie Whittaker's big flat-footed feet all going, I give up. Oh, here I am. Keep up. Even the Daleks. No, that wasn't a good idea. See, no, there wasn't a good idea there, and I don't know, the master stealing the doctors out. Fuck off. No, so I would say the whole era had how many? One. I'll give it 3 ideas. It had 3 ideas. I don't think this one's had a lot. I think Star Beast you could have worked on the main work. While Blue Yonder was good, the Giggle. I mean, look, these all had strong ideas. I think that's the fundamental difference, right? There's something that a writer could take and staying pretty close to what it is, fashion it into being a banger, right? They just fucked it up because they're all like, oh, yay! Let's say how chicks have dicks. That won't age at all. That won't look stupid in the space year of 2025. Fuck me. How many months later? We're at April, so 17 months later, it's out of date. As the court said, oh no, chicks don't have dicks. Right? Yeah, you can say you do, but you don't. Right? Oh, then you had Asian what's his name? Not Sir Francis Drake. Whoever it was, what's his fucking name? Isaac Newton. I just never made an Isaac Newton as like a surfer hipster, right? And then you had the fantastic casting of what's his name as a toy maker, right? In fact, the realization of Star Beast also fantastic. It was just the queer shit they threw in. So yeah, you had good ideas. I think you had a good idea here on Church and Ruby Road. I don't think you had a good idea of Space Babies or The Devil's Chord. Or Boom, or 73. I don't think it was a good idea in any of these. Dot and Bubble, yeah, that was a good idea. Rogue was an awful idea, and there was no good ideas there, right? Okay, so let's say the Joy to World was a good idea. Robot Revolution was a fucking good idea. And Tonight, I think, had lots of good ideas. However, it was awful. 30 minutes in, I get to the review. It was shit. There was a great Alexei Sales sketch once where the army does reviews. Here, let me see if I can find it. Because it was much like that. Here, let me see if I can find it. Alexei Sale Army Reviews. Is this the one? No. No, it's not here. Never mind. Anyway, I said I experienced some good Doctor Who. So first, yeah, did you feel fucked over by the season 7? Because and there's stuff on it, but not the stuff I want. Listen, the T-Rex in the Slurries is distractingly awful. Let's be clear, it's fucking awful. So Cunning Monkey has done Matrix versions of, which is like kind of cut down, which are very good, with new effects on all of season 7. Well, I'm trying to think, what do you think he needs? What effects did Inferno need? I can't really think of any. Like, I think Ambassador Death is going to be greatly helped by new effects. I think Ambassador Death will be greatly helped by a Pete Matee cut with new music. Right, I think because there's so much time where they're running around this scaffolding, and it's just like there's no soundtrack. It should be dun 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 dun. You know, there should be something going on. So I think I think it could be really re-edited really well. Anyway, so he did new effects on that, and it needed new effects. God bless them. Oh, when they're washing up bottles, making spaceships, they did their best. But mate, this is my. So also he did the so anyway, what I did, because I really like the Pete Matee edit, is I went in photos in Premiere, like a professional, which I use a lot, professional editing model, and I spliced in all his new effects. And me, is it worth it? That was really good Doctor Who, and he's got a cut down. It's like an hour and 20-minute version of Spirit from Space with new effects at the beginning. And it makes it so much better. It's crazy. And the dinosaur just makes it so, yeah, let me see if I have a clip of it. I think I do. It's really, so that was the good Doctor Who I experienced. The other good Doctor Who, hang on a second. I got a clip called Shooty Insufferable. I don't want to look at that now. I mean, I just did that. What am I looking for again? I don't see it. That's a shame. 1 second. Really? How do I not see it? It was just the other day. It must be there. You know, I'm going to download it again because it was really good, and it's like it's wrong to show it off. Hang on, Cunning Monkey. That's the bloke. Cunning Monkey. I'm probably spelling it wrong. I know I'm spelling it wrong. I think 2 N's. Cunning Monkey. And then we'll try Cunning Monkey Doctor Who if it doesn't come. Is that it? I think that's it. I think I found it. And I just had a link to it. Like literally does that here. And the beginning of Spirit of Space is also really cool because it starts off with a voiceover of the Time Lords from the War Games. Here, I'll show you the trailer. Here it comes. So there again, this was good Doctor Who. Good Doctor Who doing good.
We have noted your particular interest in the planet Earth. For that reason, you will be sent back to that planet in exile. You will be sent to Earth in the 20th century and will remain there for
this is the opening Spirits of Space.
as long as we deem proper.
Yeah, and they were really good. So the cool thing about that is if you look at the radar, they're in a perfect formation, which is just and this kind of explains that, and it really just makes it better.
He's a complete stranger. I've never seen him before in my life.
An alien who travels through time and space in a...
Yeah, so make sure this is cut. This is an hour and 20 minutes long, so that means they chopped off about 20 minutes. And well done, if I may say so. Yeah, that's the new effects for Ambassadors of Death. And boy, does it need it.
Control to capsule.
Scan closer. Still very high.
Coming down fast, Thermal. Anything this wrong?
It's got a real sweat on this guy. It's like, I mean, she's kind of. I think it looks like they were just in the middle of a bunk up to me.
How do I know that you're not an imposter?
But you don't.
Oh, by the way, this is Miss Shaw.
Delighted, Miss Shaw. Delighted.
What? How could that be an imposter? Come on.
Everything, my dear.
Fa-doo. Now, if that be done today, we shoot using a dildo up his arse. I was like, oh no! The Autons are attacking up my arse.
A couple of our junior technicians went...
The Autons attacking up my arse. I think that should be my new tagline. The Autons that are attacking up my arse.
exploring on day off. There was an accident. One of them was killed.
Unusual.
Oh god, the new T-Rex is so much better. The really one of the smart things to do is you only see it in the light, the flickering lamp light from the helmet. Right, that really sells it.
Abrasions on the body. Straight.
See, this is so much better than the Doctor Who's on tonight. It's so much better, and it's free. Go to his website.
Strangely resembling scratches or claw marks. Claw marks.
Just makes the whole thing better.
Are these the same as the footprints you saw in the cave?
No, this is smaller. These are the footprints of a biped.
Someone down there. I think I hit him.
Did he attack you?
No, something else. Bullets wouldn't stop.
I want to find out more about these creatures. They're not necessarily hostile.
Doctor, it attacked me.
Yes, but only...
Okay, this is a bit of a rabbi question. Now we have girl Silurians, right? Would you like to fuck a Silurian? Is that a turn or not to you? I don't know. I'm going to say not. I mean, obviously Jenny would disagree, right? And you know, I wonder if Madame Vassar's got that, like, you know, V like serpent tongue thing go, because I can see why Jenny would like that. You know, I think it'd be put good. You know, would you like to do that? I don't know.
You didn't attack me when I was in Quinn's cottage. Hello, are you a Silurian?
Yeah, this little glow they add on really does help. Right, and also, yeah, this little reconstruction. Oh, this is lovely work with the dinosaurs. Look at the dome. Wouldn't you love it to Doctor Who to go back and like start spending time with like old Siluria before the fall, 200 years before the fall? That'll be awesome.
No contact yet.
No contact for 7 months.
Something took off from Mars.
Do you hear anything from him?
Still nothing. I'm going to rotate the link up.
Yeah, I got to. I've just seen the Bastard of Death, so I'm not rushing to watch it again. But which I liked it, but like it's not something you really watch often. But like these new effects really help. And again, for fucking free. Oh, that's where good Doctor Who is. Oh, they're gonna merge. That's pretty much what's like when I orgasm too.
Helicopter and smoke bombs.
Yes, they were very well organized.
I just wish there was some kind of filter they could put it through so it's not always so miserable and wet but grey.
Right, cut it open.
Hello, Space Control. This is Recovery 7.
Well, what good's a rocket without a pilot?
I'll take the rocket up for you myself.
Controller, you must
Oh yeah, that new shot really works.
stop liftoff.
Doctor Who is go. Dun 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 dun.
Can you jettison stage 1 prematurely?
Doctor, a large unidentified object.
Look, maybe this is the Jewish part of me, but can I reiterate? This is free. This is free. Oh, the money they spent on the season 7 box set. This is free.
Is approaching you on collision course.
It's closing in too fast. I can't.
Many people say it to me as well. It's closing in too fast. Oh, so much better. Oh, God, thank you.
Well, according to Professor Stowden, we shall have a vast new storehouse of energy which has lain dormant since the beginning of time.
The circuits are locked and overloading.
I think that's a new effect, but is it really necessary?
Liz, it's me.
Okay. Dark Liz, way hotter. Don't know why, way hotter.
Don't you recognize me? Already told you. I come from a parallel space-time continuum. A twin world of this.
Welcome back.
Where did you go? The rubbish tip?
A rubbish tip.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that one we got rid of her. Anyway. So that's one. And the other one, which I'm really, really, really happy to talk about, I'm going to talk about after the episode, is this. Season 14. This is real pucker Doctor Who. I really enjoyed this today, right? Because you can get this available as on Dr. Alex's YouTube channel, also for free, as he does a performance of it, which is I find very entertaining, right? And very captivating. It also has AI Peter Capaldi reading it as well. This is he's done 3 seasons. Each book is a season. Of very authentic, very, very authentic Peter Capaldi Doctor Who set, which acknowledges the Jodie branch into reality and then like brushes it away. Thank God for that. And go for them doing it. Anyway, so the first book, first volume, season 12, I guess, was like a normal 2005, 2007 season, like 12 episodes or maybe 13, some one part of some multiple stories, but very much in the Peter Capaldi ray. And again, it carries on seamlessly from his last episode, acknowledging Jodie's stuff. The second volume of it, season 13, was a single narrative. Fucking awesome. Oh, so awesome. If you remember in Nemesis the Warlock, right in the 80s, when Brian Talbot came on, it was do like the steampunk empire thing. So that's basically where it is. It's like in this like diesel punk pastiche, and it's really cool. And the Capaldi Doctor just fits seamlessly into it. There's like mummies and it's really good, right? It's really genuinely good. And it's the Capaldi Doctor with Romana and K9. It's just so Doctor Who. And anyway, so this is the final season, season 14. I've just done the next episodes 3 and 4, which is a two-parter, which I'll be reviewing on. This is real Doctor Who, though. This feels like, and I'm not even joking, right? This feels like really totally authentic. This is Doctor Who like you love Doctor Who. And again, I don't want to take away from it. There were really genuinely great ideas in this episode, right? Genuinely they were, right? It's just, oh, man. And firstly, the drag factor of Shooting Gatwa, he's just like nails on a fucking chalkboard to me. And he's so gay, right? It's his opening scene is him being so gay, being very, very, very gay. He's like, where basically they're about to step outside in 1952, and she realizes she's got to get changed. He says, "Oh, honey, baby, let me tell you, the best has been a time traveler. It's the clothes, darling." And he's just gay, giddily running off with them as they change, and he comes out doing this little jig. He's so not like fucking Doctor Who, right? Oh, me. It's just, and again, I don't mind if you have a hero who's super duper gay. But Doctor Who isn't super duper gay, and that is super duper gay. And if you're not haven't got enough cultural awareness to realize that this is super duper gay, maybe you shouldn't be making Doctor fucking Who, right? I maybe that might be and man, it breaks the fourth wall and cringe beyond. Oh God, I was like, what's that movie with Scarlett Johansson when she's naked a lot? Not as good as you think it'd be. Under the Skin. Right, so this guy is floating in this black void, and he gets all like sucked in, like decompressed. Yeah, that's how much cringe is. You're like, oh, so much cringe. Oh, so much cringe. But again, some very good ideas. Terrible acting. Yeah, just terrible acting as well in it, which I'm really kind of surprised about. Let's get the chat. Robert Bain is here. The cringe that hate theological ignorance and disdain. Don't remember anything about theology, but I'm not disagreeing with you, Robert. This is my first impression. The only thing that's not strong with this was plot. Yeah, plot light. Doctor Who for dummies. I mean, right. By the way, like, share, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, hit the like button. Hopefully your comments will come through. Jesse Toliani says utter woke nonsense. Now, is it? That's the question. Is it woke? And again, forgive me. This is there's lots of. You got Shooting Out, which is super fucking woke. Dr. Flaming. Fuck me. That's that's a lot of woke in one thing. That Shooting Out was there. Being so woke. And you got white people bad. First time done, I thought reasonably well. Second time, annoying. Now, look, the problem with the white man bad thing is it's trying to portray white people as being uniquely awful. And I'm like, no. I think you'll find there was more black slavers than white slavers. Right? Why are you acting like racism is only a white thing? And frankly, I think the least racist people now are white people. Frankly, look how racist Black Lives Matter is. The people who believe that sort of nonsense, and saying it so stop pretending that white people are the enemy. Right? Anything that makes white, especially working class people, the enemy is bad in my estimation right now. And is part of a propaganda campaign, which I pray will fail. Anyway, so was it woke? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, pretty much. Darren, everything you're doing there, I think we're doing the garbage. Hell, chat. How are you doing? Hell, garbage. Segregated every 3 minutes. It was like twice. Maybe I don't know. No, this is my impression. It wasn't that much, but it was too much. But it wasn't that much. I'll say, yeah. How do you fix the shit show that this is Doctor Who? I think, look, if you do a reboot where it's exciting, new Doctor Who with a white straight lead, doing normal Doctor Who-y stuff with, like, you know, with a sexy companion being like Veranda Season's fucking awesome, and she remains awesome. I have to tell you, she is really good. All right, I prefer Billy Gibson. I like that, a bit more fun. We need a bit more Joe fucking Grant, right? Than angst, right? Yeah, we need a bit of fun. That would be nice. But you do it. I think people will be very excited by it, and then I'll do it kind of like in a complete reboot. And you know, I mean, even remake episodes, I'll do like a new version of Tomb of the Cybermen. I know you're going, oh, sacrilege, but I think it can be done, right? I think it's worth being done. Right, and then anyway, during the first season, you'll get like a nod, a wink to classic Doctor Who, you know, of a Troughton or something. There'll be some kind of like etching that they find, and then when you get to the next anniversary, you'll do an anniversary special with lots of people who are famous who aren't Doctor Who. Right, you'll have Hugh Grant, you'll have Benedict Cumberbatch, whoever you can get, and like Doctor Who for a day. Right, I think it'd be super fun. I'd love to get Pierce Brosnan in, right? Oh, that'd be awesome. I love seeing his Doctor Who, right? Especially now he's kind of a silver. By the way, Mobland, awesome. I strong recommend. It's on episode 4 this week, I think. Pierce Brosnan as his Irish gangster family head, and Tom Hardy as his chief enforcer. It's fucking awesome, right? Anyway, at that point, I would say that everything up to Capaldi was canon, and anything after that was like some kind of shattering of reality where they had to reboot it. And you had like alternate realities which made the Jodie stuff. Doesn't really fucking matter. But anyway, yeah, I would tuck all that stuff away, right? I would have classic era Doctor Who. I would have the weird Jodie shooty Tennant spin-off, right? As its own thing. And this thing as its own thing, right? That's really what you got to do a reboot. Right, because everybody like, look, it's been 7 years. 7 years of this relentless bullshit. It's, you know, you got a stank on it now. It's not doing well for you. Anyway, Stephen Braddock, how you doing? I remember after watching that terrible episode, I have never been so angry at Rusty in my life. R.I.P. Doctor. It's not the worst episode ever. I said there are way worse episodes out there. I'm not going to work this out now. Autumn 55 is way worse. I'm sorry. So it's not like the worstest ever. But it's pretty bad. Let's be fair. It's pretty bad. What was bad about it? Do I feel the concept was probably stronger than the finished product? But how woke was this one? I'm curious. That's David Mann. Again, I wouldn't... There's some things that are intrinsically woke. The white hatred was too much and obtrusive and unnecessary, frankly. And, you know, I mean, look, I think there's much more interesting ways you could tackle this. Like, if you have Ncuti Gatwa go back to segregated 1950s America, you don't have the Doctor instantly ingratiate himself into everybody and they all kind of trust the Doctor. Have that happen, but have him being black and have them question their own like views of black people because they suddenly are able to see the Doctor, right? That would be, and that's uplifting. Then that deals with reality and that doesn't say, oh, they're terrible shits, right? I hate the white man bad shit. Stop with it, right? So I think any of that is a bad idea, right? Look, there's a lot of very strong ideas, I thought, in this one, especially the villain. The story was just too slight as well. You know, Doctor Who used to be cleverer, right? And it's just a bit dumb, right? But yeah, look, there's a lot good about the story. I'm marred by Ncuti Gatwa, sadly, and Rusty Davies once again. Okay, those two are their own worst enemies. So here's a weird one. And this has got a strong Doctor Who tie-in, sadly, right? But they remade War of the Roses. Now, do you remember War of the Roses from 1989? It was directed by Danny DeVito, starring Michael Douglas, when he was a hot stuff, and Kathleen Turner equally. They just come off Romancing the Stone, right? And Jewel of the Nile. I think Danny DeVito's direction really, knocked it out of the park, right? I was right. So let's look at the trailer for that, and then we'll look at the remake, which has lots of Doctor Who connections. Weirdly enough, and I just don't see why they're doing this remake. But like the original one, I thought Sean Astin's there, but he must have been young.
This is the most romantic day of my whole life.
This is the story we're going to tell our grandchildren.
It's so weird that Kathleen Turner was a sex symbol. She's like so scary. But this is great. The way he Danny DeVito narrated it.
This is the story we're going to tell our grandchildren.
Barbara and Oliver Rose.
Wait a minute. Wait. What's your name? Barbara.
They met great.
I found the actual story kind of sweet because this guy's a divorce attorney and he's talking people out of the whole movie. They're talking this guy out of getting a divorce, which I really quite liked.
Rain.
God, I love it too.
They agreed on that.
Are you happy?
I'm more than happy. I'm married.
This house is so beautiful. And we live here.
House, car, boy, girl, puppy, kitty. The poor bastards never had a chance.
Your crystal is lovely.
Back around.
I didn't know anything about this before I met Oliver. My mother bought her glasses at the A&P, the kind.
It's so weird because again, all these people were like, "This is the top 89." These were the hugest movie stars, and you haven't even thought of them for years.
It always starts with the little things.
And that phony laugh.
Okay. All right. Maybe overdid it. Let me have it.
If love is blind,
Now I got you.
marriage is like having a stroke.
When I watch you eat, when I look at you lately, I just want to smash your face in.
Smash my face.
Yeah, so there's a lot of very good comic violence. And it's basically about their divorce and how they end up trying to kill each other. But there's a bit that I'll tell you the ending in a minute.
I want a divorce.
You can't have one.
When a couple starts keeping score, there is no winning. It's only degrees of losing.
I am the one who found this house. I bought everything in it.
With my money. It's a lot easier to spend than it is to make it, honey bun.
You might not have made it if not for me, sweet cakes.
Never underestimate her as an adversary. Don't even talk to her.
Bitch.
Come.
Filth. The yellow areas are mine. The red areas are hers.
This seems rational to you both?
I got more square footage.
These people are going to hurt each other.
Get out of the car, hon.
Man, I mean, is this on a streaming service? I really got to go and watch it again. I haven't seen it for years.
And when trouble begins, it comes at you from directions you'd never expect.
No. If you're going to do a Kathleen Turner, Douglas, what's it called again? Michael Douglas evening, do you do Jewel of the Nile? I think not. I think you jettison Jewel of the Nile.
We haven't passed any point of no return.
I have.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, this feels like it was a dry run for the Addams Family that came out like 2 years later.
I thought you were Barbara.
Michael Douglas.
Nobody who makes pate this good can be all bad.
Kathleen Turner.
That depends on what the pate is made of.
And Danny DeVito.
Sounds like a fairy tale, doesn't it?
The War of the Roses. Directed by Danny DeVito. Coming this Christmas.
Right, so it was a very forgettable Christmas movie. I quite liked. And like, they're so creatively bankrupt in Hollywood. They're like, let's do that again. Okay, then. So here's the trailer for that, right? And it's got Shooting Gatwa in it. One of he's playing a super gay black guy. I don't know. Let's see. You actually get some lines in this. So this is called The Roses rather than The War of the Roses.
For you, dear, I'd do anything. I do believe that's true.
It really is.
Theo Rose, my favorite architect. How's married life?
The kids are amazing.
I tell you, I got a lot of props for Andy Samberg, right? Andy Samberg had a very good sitcom right the way through the culture war. Stayed completely neutral. That show was funny every week. It was what's that called again? It was that cop show. It was Brooklyn 99. I get a lot of respect for Andy Samberg, right? Really, anyone who's able to stay politically neutral and put out good, high quality comedy for a mainstream audience, I'm very impressed with. So good for him.
Theo Rose, my favorite architect. How's married life?
The kids are amazing.
We're going to the beach!
Right, don't drown. Ivy, it's a monster success.
Would you do a photo shoot for New York Magazine?
Nude?
I don't think so.
Oh look, he's playing as a super gay black guy, right? What a shock!
I'll do it anyway.
But you are still a failure.
You got fired. Fired? I sense trouble. How was your day?
The neighbour's dog shat in the laundry. The kids have got knit together. My left eye's twitching.
More champagne for me, please. If you need a shoulder or...
Oh man, Kit McKinnon. Again, I think he's talented. You know, I think anybody connected to the 2016 Ghostbusters has a long shadow over them.
Or an inner thigh to lean on.
What?
I'm kidding.
She seems very gay to me, though.
Everybody seems to think
We hate each other? I suppose sometimes I do hate you. Sporadic hatred.
it's infused with tarragon. It adds a bit of bitterness.
Ivy likes to leave a little bit of herself in everything she does.
I love this fun banter you guys do.
Sometimes Ivy's mad at me and I can't even tell.
Oh, yeah, he's playing him as a super gay black guy. Well, there you go. How did he come up with that creative choice? All right. It's his only choice.
Sometimes he's got his cock in me and I can't even tell.
We are done.
I say when we're done.
I just want the house. I built it.
Oh, you're not having the house.
We want everything.
So here's the thing. Am I just over Benedict Cumberbatch and what's her name? I think I might be, actually.
And he walks out of here with his face still attached. Right, Bruno?
Wow. You're a bottomless pit of need. You're just making me madder.
Yeah, I mean, this needs to be on a streaming service. Who's going to cinema to see this? And the weird thing is, moving things to a streaming service makes it better. Do you remember Red One at Christmas? Yeah, they put it out in the cinema. It was like a comedy action Santa movie with The Rock, which actually I thought was a lot of fun. No way would I go to cinema and see that piece of shit. Are you out of your mind? They put it on free on Amazon Prime. Loved it, right? Yeah, look, the cost means a lot.
I get this wart.
Jesus, no.
Oh
my God.
Things are getting a little out of hand.
Oh, you think?
I don't think you have the capacity to fix your problems.
Are you actually allowed to say that?
That seems unprofessional.
Yes, like malpractice.
Ah, we'll be expecting a hefty discount.
Yeah, I'd do anything.
Who's directing that? Kate McKinnon, directed by Jay Roach, did the Austin Powers movies. It's just a really weird thing. Based on the novel War of the Roses, it's just, I don't get it. Right? I genuinely don't get it at all. It's not going very well, right? It's not going very well. Here we go. Let's look at the ratings. And again, the ratings are not the be-all and end-all by a long stretch of the imagination. I understand that. I don't, but I do think they're a barometer, right, of what's going on. So last year, just we go, the overnights were much healthier than this time, right? They're sort of at 2.6. then went down to 2.02, right? Over the course of how many weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, over the course of 8 weeks. So 6, 7 weeks, I should say, they went down 600,000 viewers, right? And they came back a little bit for the season finale. And then Christmas, obviously, you get more, right? This year's been way worse. They start off with the lowest rating possible, which was 2.0. And now they lost 400,000. That is a, what was it, 42? That's a 21% drop. That's a 21% drop. How much of a drop this was? 2.6. So yeah, the drop is much more. The drop is here is about 15%. Yeah. So it went from I think 13% drop to a 20%, right? It's huge. 21% drop. It's a big decline, right? And it's a real indictment of the first episode, frankly. Which, you know, I'll have you recall everybody saying, "Oh, this is so much better than last year." Everyone was saying last week, "Oh, yeah, so much better. Oh, this is it. So much better than last year. Absolutely. Oh, this is great." Everyone's going to yeah, no. And I doubt last night's episode is going to do anything to arrest the decline. How low can it go? Because if you recall, when I said last week that maybe we've hit the ceiling, you know, the bottom, the floor of ratings. It's not going to go below this. And boy, was I wrong. I thought the lowest it would go would be 1.8, 1.7, absolute lowest. 1.58 is disastrous. It really is. I'm sorry. That's disastrous. So, again, you have to add on about 1.5 million. So that's the bump they get for what they were getting last year. Now, if Doctor Who is, you know, equally failing across all the metrics, right? So then it'll get lesser a bump this year. There you go. So again, we got 1.4 million, 1.2 million. What's the biggest bump they got? 39. Yeah, still under 1.5. 1.5 is the most they got. Wow, that's really low. So, man, if they get like a 1.4 or 1.3 on this, that's going to be, they'll bring under 3 million. Sodding hell. That could really happen. Its consolidated ratings, maybe 2.9. That's really low. That's a failed show. I'm sorry, that is a failed show. That will I think will have to be rested. Right. So okay, so let's look about last night's episode. And so there we go, video file. And look, by the way, somebody did this. The guy who actually works on these animations did this. I think this is really funny.
I'm Mr. Ring-a-Ding, I make your heart bells sing. Please don't make me laugh, just take my autograph. Now take my jokes, my lovely folks, cause I know just one thing. For I am he, oh yes, I'm Mr. Ring-a-Ding.
What have you done with your infernal meddling?
Yes, quite right a second, Doctor. Yes, so Resident David has done worse than Jim. Well, yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Anyway. Doink. So where we go over here. Mr. Yeah, it is tragic because they're putting so much money into this. Oh, I can't stand the Huluverse. Leave me alone. Oh yeah, so we start off with like newsreels. And is there any social commentary in the newsreel? I don't remember. And it's very noticeably an all-white cinema, but I kind of notice it myself, right? And this guy's really not that good an actor, right? Weirdly enough, right? He doesn't do a good job. So he just makes himself a cup of tea, and he puts on this new reel, right? And there it's Mr. Ring-a-Ding. Yeah, look, this is all very good animation, right? Now, there is a real indication that the character's black, right? It does kind of look like a minstrel-like character with the blue skin and the piggy nose, right? So I don't know. Is there a commentary going on there? Who knows? So then, yeah, it's really weird. You have the moonlight from the moonlight hits his spoon, right, which bounces off a poster and goes into the light, and he generates himself into, like, you know, this independent entity that can talk to people. And he again, this is all good. I mean, I think this is really a good, excellent villain. Something they haven't done before, and I'm kind of surprised, right? So yeah. And so what really helps it is a shooting at not being in it. So then, we got the opening where the TARDIS flies down multiple colons in space. Woo! Yeah, we plugged that hole. Luctor and Rusty Davis. I wouldn't put your name on this, mate. So, okay, thank God he's finally doing something doctory. Coming out from under the console of the TARDIS. Thank God. This is the most doctory I've ever seen. Of course, it's Dick said most doctory I've ever seen him be. So good. And I hate this outfit, the haircut. Oh God, everything about us. So they can't get her home. So listen, the point of this episode is to soften up Verada see-through to make her kind of enjoy traveling through time and space. She's still very Mardy at this point. She's sort of, I don't want to be here, right? But again, that's kind of offset by she's very hot. So there is that, right? So he's got this thing that's going to try and this gadget where they land. It'll like make a tether to the date they need to get to, which is May 24th, the penultimate episode of the year, where the world is destroyed, right? And this will give them a tether to it, right? So, oh God, yeah, this is the worst part of the episode. And again, this is all very gay. And here's the thing: when you make being gay part of your core, your essence, your performance is inherently sexualized, right? Because that's kind of like the entirety of being gay. I have to tell you. And you make everything about being gay. Why not just make it about being an actor? So she's like, oh, it's 1952 outside. She's like, oh, I'm still in my pajamas. So we get this little, doesn't work. I'm sorry. It's so cringe. It just doesn't work. So off they go. And again, look, I'm distracted by how hot she is, because she just is gorgeous. And I do like she's kind of like relaxing into like being a companion a little bit more, right? Which again, I don't want to shit on every freaking aspect of this show, even though I don't like it, right? I don't like it, but there's no need to say things are shit when they're not shit. So I don't know. So she's kind of like happy, right? And then he does this little doodad thing. And look, does he look great? Yes, he does. Does he look like the Doctor? No, he doesn't. I mean, like, if this was his look the entire time, well, that's a bit like, Farrakhan, to be frank. One thing, but like not giving him a look has really, really killed this. Petey Rich is like, oh my God, she's smiling. I know, and her face didn't break. It was incredible. So he does a little doodad thing that gives them a like tether to the date, and they're going to stop on a few different locations to do that. And again, which is good. That's good season building, right? And right now, if you just can AI replace him with Tom Baker or somebody else, it's an interesting episode, right? Just his performance is lousy, as we just saw. So they see So yeah, just by chance, right? And do I really like that? Not really, because not when you're dealing with like cosmic gods, which is what this is. They land by this movie theater that's all chained up, right? And there's like people there. People like put like condolences out there, and he's got his thing charged up, and he's like, "Well, can we just go and investigate?" And no, he talks into going for a coffee. But then says, "Oh yeah, there's segregation. We're not really allowed in here." But the reason this I think is obnoxious, and this might just be good writing from Rusty Davis. You know, even a stop clock tells the right time twice a day. But is the segregation? It's 4 a.m. and they're not allowed to go in there, but nobody minds. So I like they weren't making the white people just pure evil the way they did in Rosa. Right. So I think right there, I think the point really works. They bring back the racism of the era later on, and I think that's where it really gets too clunky. But like the major problem is this: like much like last week, right? You had this lie going on that the dangerous people are white working class people, right? White working class straight men are dangerous people. That's where the danger lies. Not in the Muslim rape gangs. No. They're just stunning and brave and loving, right? No, the Muslim rape gangs are fine. It's the evil white people. Watch out for evil white people. So I think that's a lie, frankly. I think another lie is that white people are unusually racist. No, I think white people are unusually anti-racist, frankly, right? It's like most of the slaves being kidnapped and sold in slavery were sold by black people. Much in the same way, the most black people being shot in being killed in gun violence is by black people. Right, that's the number one form of death outside, the medical complaints. So I don't like the idea of framing white society, white Western society as being unusually racist, even though not really in living history anymore. In photographic history, there was racism. I agree with it, right? But there's racism right now with the people who run Black Lives Matter. They hate white people. It's like, either racism is bad or it's not. You can't say, oh, racism against black people is bad, but against white people, oh, it's freaking awesome. Right? You got to decide. But again, I thought this was going to derail the episode, and it really didn't, in all fairness. What derailed the episode? Shooting fucking Gatwa. What derails the episode? The same thing always derails the episode. Shooting Gatwa and Russell T. Bloody Davis, right? So the reason this story sort of works, so you have to I think there was actually a bit of skill in writing, so good for them. Fine. Man, she looks good. So I'm sorry. So they go and talk to this woman there, whose her son was somebody who was missing from this movie theater, right? So she's like, "Good boy," blah 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 blah. So eventually they go and they come on, let's go and investigate, right? And they go in. And the famous scene, the scene they released where Mr. Ring-a-Ding appears, right? And again, can't knock the production values at all, right? Very, very strong. They're not quite Roger Rabbit standard, right? Their eye lines don't really connect, right? The eye lines don't really connect, and I'm going to blame Shooty Gatwa. Probably he's a mistake. She looks like a professional actress, right? So they meet Mr. Ring-a-Ding, and they're trying to work out what he is, and eventually they find out he's a bad guy, and he's about to come and get them. But then the projectionist starts playing his song, which he's got to sing along with. So then we get this bit of exposition where he said, basically, Mr. Ring-a-Ding brought his wife back to him in a way I don't really understand. Like after he killed everyone, See, that's the thing. It's not lazy, it's tired. Right. So he said he brought his wife back to him. That's why he doesn't want to get rid of him. Even though he was investigated by the police, but let go because there was no evidence he did anything. And so he hides out in the movie theater playing stuff every day. And he talks about his dead wife, how she came back. Great effect. She starts in black and white and moves into color. But that's why he doesn't want to get rid of Mr. Again, it's weak. It doesn't stand up to like being able to poke at it, right? It doesn't make any sense. So now the exposition over, Mr. Ring-a-Ding is coming back. And she's like, what is this? Why is he blue with a pig nose? I don't know. So they find that the people from the cinema are caught in a strip of celluloid, quite sapphire and steely. Here. There you go. Again, it is honestly everything is undercut by Ncuti Gatwa's inability to act. Right, and Ncuti, why is he blue? Racist. Kind of like that. It was kind of like that. So he sees him in there, and comes back again, and then they get like zapped into the into cartoon. Now, a lot of people thought this was going to be a cartoon episode for most of the time. I don't think they could possibly afford to do that. Right? Or this stuff I thought was quite good. So to make them stop becoming cartoon, they need to think about sad things that gives them more depth, right? And so she thinks about going home, and you see, she's more three-dimensional, and he admits that he doesn't know how to get her home, or he's the last of the Time Lords, and they keep becoming more three-dimensional, more like crappy stuff, the more they turn back into them. Right, so now they're again. This episode should have been reasonably cheap to write. They're basically on a green screen right now. So now they're like pulling the frame down to try and break out of it, and they do. They break out. Well, you think they do. It's kind of American Werewolf in London. Then the woman from before shows up with a cop, and they're like, "You're black people in a restricted area. We're going to arrest you." Right, you're going down, and he's like, "Well, wait a minute, you're from, you're a New York cop, and he worked out it's not real." Finally, the doctor does something vaguely intelligent, right? And they break back in, and then they're back in. They realize they're not in the real world again, and this is, this is the cringe part, right? Where they come, and I'm like, how are they going to do this? How are they going to come out into my living room? Right, which is what they're acting like doing. And they come out into the living room, and they're with the least convincing Doctor Who fans I've ever seen. Very diverse. I mean, this does look like the Time Team that got broken up because they had one or too many perverts in there. Okay, the shells are quite good, but why are they so like this clothes look like they just bought them? They should have weathered them down a little bit to make it more realistic. Secondly, look, this is the what the modern audience they imagine the modern audience to look like. Here, one second. I use this clip a lot because it's very indicative.
Queer, trans mask, and queer. What's trans mask? Trans mask is like...
Yeah, they didn't have any of those weirdos there. Right, which was, kind of surprising.
Doctor.
So, and honestly, I think they should have had, look, Rusty Davis likes one type of fan, right? Like he likes one type of viewer. He likes the type of fan who thinks queer Doctor Who is awesome. The crime type team were like, Will Crystal D, who was already a BBC journalist. God, does she fit perfectly in there? So I think this is actually meant to be loving and nice to fandom, but it's like everything Rusty Davis does, it's horribly thought out, right? And so they make, Yes, the fans that he likes are very, very socially awkward and disgusting evil people, generally speaking. Which these people are not really convincing of. And you got one of them is in a like mobility chair. There you go. And then they take the piss out of fandom a little bit. They say RIP, hashtag RIP Doctor Who. Well, it would be, it wouldn't be quite as like, devastatingly funny if your ratings were in the fucking shitter, right? And your audience share was gone, right? I am sorry. Nicola Collin got upset at the recent trans rule in the UK. Labour's looking to reverse that, by the way. And believe me, they will. They do not care about the level playing field. And again, like, who's got a beat the meat T-shirt? Nobody's fucking interested in this era, Russell. I mean, you gotta just understand that no one is interested in it. Oh, really? So then they give away they tell the ending, like, oh, the ending was obvious. We saw it halfway through. Oh, they're saying how much they prefer Blink to anything that they've done, right? But this whole scene just derails the episode. It's like what? It's weirdly clunkily written, and with actually a good idea for a villain, just squandered. This is nonsense. This is filler nonsense that they could really have done without. And frankly, I'm surprised they didn't get real toxic fans. They were like Faris, Mr. Trilby in there. They would have loved that. But I think he's trying to be nice to his teeny tiny pocket of fandom, right? Which I don't think he's trying to be disrespectful to them. I think, although again, there is an element of like, crying through what's it, this thing over here. Share screen. Like, there's certainly an element of that going on, right? With like, oh, we're just making fun. No, it's like clearly
old film stock is
clearly understood. So yeah, now she's giving away how to do the ending, and again, tired writing, really tired writing. And so the fans then say they're going to sacrifice it. And this actually could have been better as well, because they're literally sacrificing themselves so the Doctor can save the day. And again, I think this is meant to be a loving tribute. Again, just Ross just disconnects from reality. And that is such Belinda's face. And like that so sets up this Doctor and Belinda and companion duo. It's not Sarah Jane and the fourth Doctor now, is it? Who was it? So yeah, so they pull down their reality and know they'll cease to exist when it happens. And that sacrifice, I think, was again, the whole thing derailed it. This shouldn't have been in there in the first place. Fine. And so yeah, now they know how to get out. But if they hold the frame up, it'll stop the celluloid running through the projector, which will make it set on fire, which will free them, and they get freed, right? This is kind of annoying. He gets burnt, and then he uses his Artron energy to regenerate his hand. All right, and now we're into the final reel. And he's fighting Mr. Ring-a-Ding, and he gets like sacked up by the film. And again, he's just useless as a Doctor. Why do they write him so fucking useless? Like, okay, let's go through. Do you see this happening to the first Doctor, William Hartnell's Doctor? No, I don't. Or Patrick Troughton, or John Pertwee, or Tom Baker. Or Peter Davison, or certainly not Colin Baker, not Sylvester McCoy. They would all think their way out of this. Or Paul McGann, or Eccleston, or David Tennant, or Capaldi, No. This might catch Peter Cushing's doctor, right? So they get him, and he's in like this like faux. This is very similar to the TV movie where the master's stealing all the doctor's lives, right? I'm alive, and so he's stealing his Ultron energy to make him into a real person. Because the thing was, what can I do? He can't go outside. So then he tells her he's got to blow up all the film stock, which she starts to do, but she needs matches. And the more energy he takes, and the more real he becomes, more three-dimensional. And he asks for, and also the more grotesque. I thought that was actually a good point as well. She asks for matches, and then his dead wife shows up and gives him matches to give to her. Now, was this a vision, or is this another entity? Is this Mrs. Flood in another form that's going to be explained sometime during the? Who knows? I think this probably is going to be explained in the season, but I know I'm like I just don't really trust him, quite frankly. So he has the matches, and he tells Belinda to sort off. He's going to do it, and he blows it up, and it luckily knocks out the bit of the wall that lets light in. Oh, wait a second, 1 second. I forgot the really dumb bit when he reveals who he is, and he's one of these pantheon of gods. Oh, where is it? Must be before this. Is this it?
Electricity! But if
hang on. So he does this thing where he maybe it's when he's over here. He has the awning explodes and says Harbinger, right? Which like again, I don't know why they think that's a good idea. Is this it? But anyway, how on earth does he see his name is Harbinger when he's outside? There you go. Yeah. This makes no sense. He's inside, that's outside. All right. So he's one of the pantheon of gods. And when they do show up, it's really just kind of embarrassing. It reminds you how shit it's been. Where was it? Neil Patrick Harris, I will still say, was excellent casting as the. Why would you want to remind anybody of that? All right. So anyway, he's having his. So Shooting Cat was being sucked off, as always. And daylight comes in, and it floods into Mr. Riggerding. Oh, so he's the god of light, right? And it like supercharges him, and he grows and grows and grows, and he turns back into a cartoon again. And he grows and becomes one with reality, one with light, and just fades out. Again, it's weak writing. It's like there's too many plot holes. Too many times you go, what? That doesn't make any sense, right? And one of the most important things for a writer to do is not have you go, what? That doesn't make any sense. And off he goes. And all the people come back. She gets her son back. So that's kind of nice. And again, it just Shooting Cat was shit. So Doctor is a real problem. They go to leave, and Mrs. Flood, oh yeah, they go check out the TARDIS. It's going to be crazy. And look, I do like how much Anita Dobson is doing the role. She's having such a good time, right? I just wish the rest of us. I wish they were using her abilities on something more worthy, because she is like a national treasure. So then you go back to the fans for a minute as they discuss something. And I thought, again, this was a nice touch if they weren't shit, right? I mean, you do notice there are no straight white men, right? And they very much don't want there to be straight white men. And there you go. And look, I'm sorry, they're making it for too niche an audience. It's really the bottom line. It's just too niche an audience. What stupidity Russell Day has been saying? Oh, so much of it. What's this? Absolutely not. Doctor Who's Rusty Davis shuts down Shooting Gatwa fan complaints. But it does make me laugh. Oh, does the absolute failure make you laugh as well? How nobody's interested in your absolute total failure of Doctor Who. Does that make you laugh? I think, oh, God, let's get a chuckle out of you. Let's hear a chuckle, darling. Oh, 1.58 overnight. No, they don't matter. We just spent millions collected for no reason. Yeah, really, what's your audience share? Oh, it's also low. Yeah. How's the merchandise going? There isn't any. Nobody wants to buy any. Yeah, you're laughing, are you, mate? Doctor Who boss Rusty Davis has shut down fan complaints about Ncuti Gatwa. No, he hasn't. Ncuti Gatwa's shit as a Doctor. He has zero acting range. See, I'm complaining. It's I think it's kind of a reasonable complaint. Season 2 of the rebooted series kicked off earlier this month. Season 2 of the rebooted series that kicked off earlier this month. You missed that word. Season 2 reboot kicked off earlier as last week, I guess. Return of Lathan Klein and Belinda Chandra in the opening of the pair on the planet, Miss Belinda Chandra. I thought that was a good idea. One in the midst of rebellion. When the rebel leader Sasha Fedor was killed by the robot's overlord, the Doctor shed a tear for his friends, sparking fan fears the recurring emotional days of the 15th Doctor. I'm sorry. He just looks in that picture like he's like they're all thinking about revolution. He's thinking about sucking your dick. However, Shomron said the missing idea is that tears indicate a deeper issue with the latest regenerations by generation. All right, and again, he uses Ultron energy to fix his burn. Like that was just weird. Explaining the water was not actually scripted. Yeah, it was what Ncuti Gatwa does in place of acting. I remember the first time Ncuti Gatwa did it in the 2024 Christmas special. He's crying all the fucking time. Oh, that was 2024 one. Oh yeah, no, they were in 2025. He was crying in the 2023 Christmas special, as I recall. He thought Rubio vanished and raced on the timeline. It was astonishing, and he turned around and gave us a performance that was absolutely spellbinding. Oh God. Somebody should have told him not to do that. You don't tell an actor whether to cry, not to cry. Not an actor of that stature. He's not a good actor. Again, his range is black gay guy, right? Ncuti Gatwa would like you to take on the role of James Bond. Well, that'll be fine, but I think I have to play him as a black gay guy. Okay, Ncuti, right? We would like you to play Mary Queen of Scots. I'm going to play Mary Queen of Scots. But I'm going to play him as, let me guess, a black gay guy. Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. It's like, would you tell anyone to laugh or not to laugh? Yeah. Don't do, yeah. I would tell him not to laugh, right? Yes, I would tell him not to do Yaz Queen slaying, do high kicks. Yes, I would tell him not to do that. It's like when anyone laughs. It's a beautiful thing Gatwa does. No, it's not. And it's completely new for Doctor Who. That opens the door with whole new experiences. Yes, experience of Doctor Who being shit and being cancelled for being absolutely shit. People explain that Gatwa's emotionally available Doctor is simply a different take on the character, which keeps the long-running show fresh. And it does. I'm saying it's too far away now. Diversity is many things, but the main thing is it's destroys everything it touches. Right. The other thing it's not is anything but diverse. Third thing it's not is the third thing it is racist, right? And sometimes putting emotions on screen, you have seen it before. The Doctor withheld himself from that, right? Yes, and that made another Doctor, but it does make me laugh. I know some fans get up in arms. They complain about it. We're not getting up in arms. We're saying you're doing a bad job. Right, you're doing an objectively poor job because it's not. This is a populist entertainment form which has been rejected by the popular audience. Right, you're doing a bad job because you made Doctor Who queer. Right, which cut down the range of who it applies to, who it appeals to. right? In the same way, if you made Doctor Who Hindu, right, and all about Hindu theology, right, it will cut down the amount of people who will be interested in it. They're the same fans who say, why don't you try something new with the program? And you're like, hello. Yeah, no. Why are you repeating your old tired tropes whilst making the show into a queer show? It's, yeah, both things are true. Praising Cat was acting, he added, I'm just there to watch and thank the lucky stars I get to share in the princely performance like that. What an amazing actor. Amazing. No, you're out your fucking mind, Russell. Right? You are out of your fucking mind. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.